Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin, and in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of Wellness Living's Collections feature. Collections is an integration that Wellness Living offers in partnership with the law firm Aldis & Associates. It's only available for Wellness Living customers with locations in the United States, and it streamlines the process of collecting overdue payments from clients. So to get started using Collections, click on the app drawer, and then select View All. From the menu, go ahead and locate Collections, and again, if your business is not in the United States, you will not see this feature. Once you're here on the landing page, you can go ahead, you can click Get Started right at the very top, or you can scroll down and review some of the information and see some of the benefits that your business will see when you start using Collections. Information about pricing is always down at the very bottom, and you can also click Get Started from here as well, so I'll go ahead and do that. So now that I've clicked Get Started, an email has been automatically sent to Aldis & Associates, and they'll contact me within 3 business days to start the onboarding process on their end. What I'll do now is go through the onboarding process with Aldis, and I'll switch into another account for a business that I work at so we can see what this looks like once you're ready to go. So once you've enrolled in Collections, heard back from Aldis, and you've completed your onboarding process with them, your Collections page will update to look like what I have here on my screen. You'll see that there are now 4 different tabs over on the left side menu, as well as the information about the subscription plan that you're on, which will show you the information that's here on this page. You can also contact Aldis if you do have any questions about this process, but for now, we are ready to go. So back over on the left, as I mentioned, we have these 4 different tabs now that are part of Collections that will take us to various reports in the system. So the first one we have here is the Balance Due report. This report's available for all of our Wellness Living customers. However, if you're subscribed to Collections, you'll see a few additional columns on the report, which we'll look at in a moment. We also have 3 additional reports that you can only utilize with Collections: Client Sent to Collections, Collection Resolution through Direct Payment, and Collection Resolution through Agency. These 3 will only be visible once your business is subscribed to Collections. Let's take a look at all 4 of these reports that I mentioned. We'll start off with the Balance Due report, and you can access all of these reports either here on the Collections page or right through Reports itself. So I'll start off with the Balance Due report. Okay, so once you've clicked on your first report, in this case Balance Due, I'm now over in my Reports activity, and under the Clients drop-down tab, which I have expanded, it might look like this, but under there you can see your Balance Due report, as well as the other reports that are specific to Collections, so your Client Sent to Collections, and then Collection Resolution through Agency and through Direct Payment are here as well. So with our Balance Due report, there's a few things that I want to make note of in terms of Collections. So again, every customer at Wellness Living is going to have access to this report, but when you're using Collections, you get a few additional columns on here that are going to help you with your efforts to recover some money that clients owe your business. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and then I'm going to scroll over on my report, almost all the way to the far side. So when you're using Collections, you have a few additional columns. So you've got your collection status, which are indicated by different colored badges, and we'll go through some of those in a moment. We also have the days past due for any individual client on this report. And if a client has been sent to Collections for follow-up, then you'll see an amount reported to Collections here as well. So one of the things that you can do on the Balance Due report that's really, really helpful is you can change the status of clients that have certain statuses in this collection status column. So what that means is, depending on the situation, you can mark a client or a group of clients to be exempt from Collections, so they will not be contacted by Aldis for follow-up, or you can do the reverse of that, and you can actually come and send clients with certain statuses to Aldis for follow-up. So let's take a look at how we can do that. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. So as an example, we have a past due collection status, but this one says exempt from Collections. So that one will indicate to me that a staff member has come into this report and has marked a client as being exempt from being contacted by Aldis. We also have pending collections. And we have a couple of other ones, such as long overdue. Long overdue is going to show when you have clients who have a balance past due at your business of 90 days or more from when you enable Collections. So that one you'll see occasionally. Then there's a couple other ones, no payments due or just past due. So what you can change on here will depend on the collection status of the clients that you select. So to mark an individual client as not needing to be sent to Collections and not needing to be followed up with, what you'll want to do is you'll want to come down and find any client that has this status here of pending Collections. So you can do this by looking at the full report with all of the statuses, or you can super easily come and click on your filter button, hit your collection status tab, and then you can deselect all, and you can just go ahead and select which collection statuses you actually want to look at. So for our example for this one, let's go ahead and just pull clients that have that status of pending Collections. Once you've got your filter applied, you can see it here. You can scroll back over, And now all of your clients on this report will just have that status. So if you want to mark an individual client as being exempt from being sent to collections, number 1, pending collections has to be the status. And number 2, locate the red icon right beside their status that has the X on it and just give that a click. And then you can go ahead and just confirm that you want to change the collection status for this client. And you can also write a reason, which will show on the balance due report, indicated by this note icon once you have one in. The reason field is totally optional. However, I do recommend that you use it just in case another staff member comes into this report at a later date and is curious as to why a client may have been marked as exempt from collections. Once you've got a reason inputted, if you're using one, you can go ahead and hit change status. And your collection status has been changed successfully, and you would be able to see that note right beside their pending collection status right here, and you can just hover over it to see that. So that's how you mark an individual client as being exempt from being sent to collections. Now, what if you have a situation where you want to mark multiple clients for being exempt from collections all at the same time? You can do that from this report as well. Come over to the far left-hand side of the report. You can either select everybody on the report by clicking the check mark beside the client field, or you can simply just pick and choose as many clients as you want. Once you have your client selected that you want to mark as exempt in bulk, come down to the bottom and just hit exempt clients from collections. You'll get the same field, so you can write a note if you would like. This reason that you put in here that will show up on the balance due report is going to apply to all of the clients that you've checked off. So you may not want to use this specific feature if you need to write really specific notes on clients, but it is really helpful if you're trying to do this a little bit quicker. I'm going to leave the reason blank for today, and then we'll just go ahead and we'll hit change status again. And there we go. Collection status has been changed successfully. That is how you can actually change the status for clients that you do not want to be sent to collections. Now, if you want to have clients that are maybe exempt or long overdue and you want to send them to collections, we can also do that from this report as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out my collection status filter just by clicking the X, and then we'll apply a new filter again. And we can send clients to collections if they have a status of either long overdue or past due exempt from collections. So we can go ahead and we can select those and hit apply. And now we'll see again, we have our applied filter for collection status, but on this version of the report, we've got those collection statuses of past due, exempt from collections, so a staff member has already manually marked them as exempt, and we've got a couple of long overdue ones here as well. The icon is the exact same for either of these statuses, but if you want to, again, mark a single client as being required to be contacted by Aldis for follow-up, we can send them over to them to take care of that. So you would come here, look for your little icon with the $sign. It's the blue one beside their status. Same exact thing, you can enter in a reason, and then you can go ahead and you can change that status again. So once that's done, you can do the exact same thing again for groups of clients. So if you have multiple clients, from here, you don't want to do this one by one. Again, just check them off over on the left-hand side. And this time you're going to see a button that isn't red. This one is blue, and this is your Send Clients to Collections button. So you can just go ahead and click on that, enter in a reason if you'd like, and then change their status. So that covers our quick overview of what you're going to see in the balance due report. So just as a reminder, this report is available for all Wellness Living customers. If you're using collections, you'll see a few extra columns of information over towards the far right side: collection status, days past due, and amount reported to collections, and whether you would like to send a client or a group of clients with a certain status to Aldis to be contacted, or if you would like to take them off of Aldis's list and exempt them for being contacted, you can do that right here on the balance due report. So I'm going to navigate over to our next report, which is also located here in Reports on our Clients tab, and that is the Clients Sent to Collections report. So you can generate this report to view a list of your clients that have been sent to collections during the date range that you select here at the top. Clients are automatically sent to collections if they have a negative account balance or owe your business money for 90 days or more. But as we discussed, you can use that icon on the balance due report to mark a client as being exempt from being sent to collections if you'd like. This report shows you the number of clients that are listed on the report for the date range that you've selected, as well as the total amount that's been reported to collections. On the report itself, a little bit further down, you can see information for each client that's been reported to collections, such as the date that they were added, when they've been past due since, their client information, and then the amount that was reported for that individual client as well. The next report we'll take a quick peek at is the collection resolution through direct payment report. So this report can be generated to show you a list of clients who have made a payment directly to your business during the date range you've selected here at the top. Unfortunately, I don't have any, but once you get using collections, you'll see a lot more data here. So this would be a good report to look at for cases where, for example, a client made a payment towards their negative account balance through the billing tab of the client web app, through their profile in the Achieve Client app, or through a staff member at your business, either over the phone or in person, whichever way you allow staff to take payments at your business. There's also summary cards here along the top that show you things like the amounts for clients with both fully paid accounts and partially paid accounts, as well as the total amount paid. And then for our final report today, let's take a look at the collection resolution through agency report. So with this report, same thing. I don't have any data on it because we are patiently waiting for our clients to make payments through Aldis & Associates. And this is the report that you'll want to use to see clients who have actually done that. So again, just like the other reports, you can select a date range here at the top, and this report is going to show you clients who made payments directly to Aldis & Associates. So just as a reminder, collection resolution through agency is when the client pays through Aldis & Associates, and collection resolution through direct payment is going to show clients who have made payments to your business towards their account balance, not directly through Aldis & Associates. That would be directly to your business. So looking at our collection resolution through agency report, very similar to the one that we just looked at, but this report will show you things like the payment date, client information, you'll be able to see the status, as well as the payment method and the amount paid. And again, you've got these really handy summary cards at the top that would show you how many total accounts you have on this report for the date range, as well as the fully paid and partially paid accounts, and the total amount that's been paid or recovered through collections. So that covers today's overview on Wellness Living's collections integration and the reports that you'll get access to once you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.